Welcome to day 2 of Manifesting Made Easy. How did you guys like yesterday? I thought it was great. I felt like I felt it, felt the energy of yesterday. So I've got a lot of information to cover today as well. So as you guys are coming in, say hello and let me know how you're doing and if you had any aha moments from yesterday. And yeah, send me some love. I saw a heart. I don't know who's on here, but that's awesome. So, gosh, I can't even tell you how amped up I get being in the energy of this philosophy, of these skills. More and more things are happening. And I have a funny story that's not part of today's training that I have to tell you because it just happened a little while ago. It happened at 12:22 actually. Hey Karen. Hey Christy. Thank you. 12:22 on the dot. And Christy, I left a message on your message yesterday. You had claimed that your message at, I think it was, what was it? It was 444, 44 minutes and 44 seconds. So I know that that's one of your numbers too. 12:22 today. I got booked on 2 different modeling jobs, direct booked, which is now, I've learned how to use my words. I don't just want castings, I want jobs, but now due to the situation, getting the jobs seems to be easier because we don't have to go anywhere for the castings. A lot of them are over Zoom or just submitting pictures or whatever, but I didn't even have to do that. And I've been booked on 2 different jobs, but I had to do a little video to submit to the casting director. So I did that just before this one. And I went downstairs to get something in my car. You know, I came up, I looked at my phone, it was 12:22. I went through a couple of videos to see which one was gonna be best to send them. I edited a little bit one of them. I sat at my computer. You know, I did a couple more things because I'm leaving town. So, you know, I packed a little bit and, you know, got my stuff ready. And then I sat back down on my computer and my phone. It was 12:22. Again, 12:22. Now, sometimes we think that happens, like if I'm driving in the car, whatever, and I see the same time. And I'm like, okay, well, gosh, maybe I just zoned out for a minute. Maybe we make all these different excuses when things like this happen, when unexplainable things happen, we make excuses up. But I know it was 12:22, and I know I did things. I was doing things, like 5 minutes worth of things, and then I got back to my phone, and it was 12:22 again, and I'm just like, this is bizarre. I totally saw time. I saw something. I know this sounds crazy, but I experienced something in the matrix of where we can slow down time, or 12:22 would be an angel number. They're trying to get our attention. You know, I also had just written in my gratitude journal, I wrote down my date, you know, the date today, 11/12/20, and then 3 or 4 things, you know, that I was very thankful and grateful for. 12:22 again. And I'm like, I'm getting a lot done and time's not even moving. So when I say don't rush, you know, you don't have to rush. We can, even if we feel like we're behind the clock, behind time, we can command to get to our place without rushing in perfect timing, because there's just a way to do it. I mean, so a lot of these things are unexplainable, but I wanted to share that with you because it was so bizarre. It was so fun bizarre though. You know, we get nervous about things that we don't understand. You know, a little bit of fear comes in when we don't understand things, and that's why we want to try to control everything. So I do believe that we live in different dimensions, we live in different realities, we see things differently, and you know, 2 or 3 different people can have the same situation happen and all 3 of them see something different. You could see the same sunset and all 3 people would have a different experience of it. That's why eyewitnesses are always off, because our reality is what we're seeing our own reality, and everybody else is experiencing a different reality because of the situations that we've been through. You know, we make it work for how we want it to look. We make it work for us. And since we're all different, everybody sees a different reality. You know, just even going into the refrigerator and not being able to find something. You know, we know the men and the kids can never find anything. And we walk in and we can find it right away. Their mind is somewhere else. It's there, you know. And sometimes I do the same thing. I'm like, where is that? I just put it down. Where's that pen, or where's that makeup brush? No one's been in here. I know exactly where I put it. I walk out, I come back, and I find it. So our minds are so busy with all the information. That's why cleaning them out and replacing them with different habits is so important if we want to, you know, find success in this life. And success being just being the best at whatever you're doing. Being the best mother is success. Being the best teacher is success. Learning something, learning a new skill, learning, if you have to take piano lessons or you want to learn guitar, one training session probably isn't going to give you the whole song. You have to keep going back. You have to perfect your talent. And to perfect all of our talents that we have, each one of us has unique gifts that we were born with. And sometimes it takes longer to find them. And I am speaking from experience that I did not know any gifts or any talents that I had when I was in my 20s. Not one. I was just a normal, average girl, now living a normal, average life, and I wanted more than that. I want more than average. I want experiences. I want, exponential things. I want fun things. I want to just, because we can, so why not? So why not call some of that stuff in? It's just so fun. I've just had so much fun in the past couple weeks. So that's why I really want you guys to share with me the things that are happening for you, because things are happening every single day for us. And if we're so caught up in the old stuff, if we're so caught up in thinking about stuff that doesn't matter anymore, we're missing all the miracles that are being delivered to us. And if we're not going to see it or capture it, then someone else will. Someone's got to get it, and I believe, I see God. I told my dad this one time when he's like, why isn't this happening? Why isn't this happening for me quickly, quicker? What's happening? And I'm like, well, the way I see it is that I envision God, the universe, as this gigantic man behind this gigantic desk. And on his desk, he's got just stacks and stacks, like you can barely even see him, because stacks of prayers, stacks of wishes, stacks of desires, because how many desires do we all have? Times however many people are in the world, millions, whatever. So just billions of things on his desk. And I see it as, everything has to work out perfectly in the correct precision, like a Jenga board almost, So he's pulling one thing out. Let me have this person sell their house so then they can get what they want. Once they have that, then I can take you and put you in that house. That's kind of how I envision it. And I'm like, so when my dad was asking me that, I was just like, I gave him that analogy, and I'm just like, so God peeks through all of the prayers and all the wishes, and it's like, can you see my desk? Can you just give me a break? Have a little patience? Trust, I got you here. I got you. I got your back, just trust. I got to do all this stuff to give you your perfect, if you want it perfect, to give you your perfect desire and deliver it in the perfect timing, in the perfect way. So you are going to be just so blown away in such a good way. That's how I see it. So I get like visuals like that a lot. But when we are living in what we think is one dimension, one reality, and there are glitches, can't find something, then you can find it. The time just stopped. Nothing, unless the clock stopped. I don't know. But if no one else was on 12/22 for 5 minutes, then I'm sure Apple didn't have a glitch. But my two little nieces, this is a perfect example of being involved in the same exact situation and seeing it completely differently, having two completely different experiences. One was 4 and one was 8. And they both went to the park, and they went over to my mom's house, and she was making cookies, and she's like, how was the park? And the older one was like, it's hot, it was buggy, we were there for like 5 hours. And the mom was like, we were not there for 5 hours. And the little one couldn't wait to talk. She couldn't wait for her turn. She has all this energy inside of her, and you can just see that she's just waiting patiently. And they asked her, well, how was the park for you? It was awesome. We were there like 5 hours. I had the slide to myself. It was like hot, and the sun was on my face, and it was like, just so blissful for her. They both went to the park, same park, and one of them had a bad experience, one of them had a good experience. And that's how we are with life. So we can choose in any moment. If we're having a bad experience, if we don't like the situation that we're in, we can choose to see it a different way. We can choose to see it as, the opposite of what is happening. And it's one of the exercises that I actually wanted to share yesterday with you. It's a very simple one, to take your journal out and to write down every single thing that you don't like about your life, every single thing that you want changed, every single thing that you're uncomfortable with or unsure about, or anything. And I would write all that down. It doesn't even have to be in detail. Because to get it out of here, put it somewhere, get it out of your body. And to recognize these are all the things, you can be grateful, obviously, but there are things that we don't, that we want to change in our lives that don't serve us. Because if they did serve us, we would enjoy it. we would be matched up with it. We would be in flow with it. So to write all those things that you don't like down on a piece of paper, and then across from it on another piece of paper or in your journal, what's the opposite of that? How would I like to see this differently? Okay, well, my house is too small, so I want a bigger house. Okay, well, my relationship is this way. I would prefer it to be this way. My husband or partner doesn't do this. I would prefer more romance. I would prefer fun surprises. I would prefer whatever. You want to lose weight? I would like to lose weight. Whatever it is. You have a list of all the negative things, and then you're going to do the exact precise opposite to it of what you do want. That gives you an idea. It clarifies a list of things. Then you can start manifesting in a more specific way, because a lot of times people don't know what they want. If I ask people, what do you really want? I mean, we don't know what we want. We just know what we don't want. So it's easier to start to reverse engineer it, I guess, to start with the things that we don't want. Because we all know what we don't want. We all know what makes us mad. We all know what makes us crazy. That's easy. And that's what most people complain about all day long, every day, which only means they're going to get served up more of it. Because that's the vibration that's going out. That's why the feelings and the law of vibration trumps the law of attraction. And then take the page that has all the negative stuff on it. I would scratch it out, rip it up, throw it out, burn it, get rid of it. Now you're left with a fresh page with all the good stuff on it. And then you can take each one of those, and put it into sections, put it into, okay, this one's about material things that I desire. This one's about spiritual things. I want to feel calm. This is my feeling column. I want to feel happy. I want to feel loved. I want to feel protected. I want to feel safe. I want to feel, excited. That's a feeling. And then these are all the experiences that I want to have. Ooh, it'd be so cool to, travel to wherever. It would be so cool to meet so-and-so if they're, famous or whatever. I'm just trying to, pull these things out. It would be so cool to, be in a national commercial or a movie, or it would just be so cool to have all my family together. It would be so cool to whatever. So events would be another one. And then, business and success. What do you want with business and success? So it's like four different chunks. And then you can start a vision board with that. You could just keep it in your journal. You can do a little vision board on your phone, on your homepage of your phone, because there was a study done, and apparently we look at our phones over 100 times a day. Some people even more than that. We're opening it. So we get what we think about. We create what we think about. What we focus on grows. So if we're opening up our phones, why not have something that we want to create? Why not have part of your vision board, or create a vision board? So every single time you see your phone, that's what comes up first. So no matter what you're thinking about, you see your vision board, you see your next place you're going to travel, or a new dress, or whatever. That's going to be something for you to think about. You look at it and you're like, ooh, I like, and you enjoy opening your phone, looking at that. Another really cool thing that I do is I put reminders in my phone to go off 3 times a day. And it's be grateful, be present, be positive. So at least I see the reminder of it. Okay, and it makes me stop for a second. And then I stop and I'm like, okay, yes, thank you. And then I can grab my journal and write something down, or just sit and smile and get a really good feeling inside. So even though we know this stuff, I have to be reminded too. I have to write things down. I've got to-do lists. I run around crazy like everybody as well. And get tired at night, get tired in the morning, or I'm just anxious to go in the morning, and I don't want to have to sit and close my eyes, or because I'm ready to go, like a rocket when I get out of bed. I am just ready for the day. So I love the reminders. That grounds me, I guess, where I sometimes I'm just all over in the air, whatever. So that's really nice. So let's see, we were talking about how easy it's supposed to be. When we ask, we're supposed to get it. When we believe, we're supposed to get it. When we receive, we're supposed to get it. And when people only go around manifesting with those 3 different words they're missing, see how many things that they're missing, to start calling in desires that they actually want. And we talked about it yesterday. We are manifesting all day long, but we can either be manifesting and sabotaging, or we can be manifesting, being the magician of our life, and creating things out of nothing that we want. And seeing such big things happen things that we would never even expect or to know how to bring in or to think that we could have them. Doors just start opening up. It's amazing. And I'm so anxious to hear about your guys' wins too. So when we ask, some people say, I want this, I want this, I want this. I want money, I need it, I want a new house, I need it. So want and need come from a place of desperation. It comes from a place of scarcity. It is telling the universe that you don't have it already. So when you say, I want something, the universe is going to serve you up more to want. Not going to read in between the lines, well, I think she kind of says that she wants it, which means she doesn't. Okay, let's deliver that to her. No, let's keep you 5 inches away from the thing that's yours because you just want it. Because you're claiming you don't have it. And anything that's being manifested out of a desperate state or a state of scarcity is coming from a place of lack, which you're only going to get served up more of that. More lack, more scarcity, and then you wonder what's happening. I'm doing it. I'm doing all the things. Why is this not working for me? So just changing little words. I desire this. I'm working towards this. I can't wait for this. And then actually writing it in the present moment, because our subconscious mind does not know the difference between true or false. It does not know the difference between success or failure. It does not know the difference between a penny or $1 million. And it's all manifested the same way. We are the ones that put the restrictions on it. We are the ones that strangle it by needing to know. I need to know. I need to control. I need the how. We take the magic out of it. So to desire something and write it in the present moment as a story, like you have it, and getting excited while you're writing and adding to it, like what would it feel like to have whatever you have? Because you have it right now, you just can't see it. Everything is here. Everything is like right here and all around us, waiting for the right moment for you to line up with it to call it in. And it doesn't take time. That's the amazing thing when people say, oh, it takes time. It takes time to start a business. It takes time to be, well, that's the old paradigm, but it takes being in alignment with it and things can happen. There is no time. Things can happen in an instant and we don't even know because we're too human and we try to use our human brain to understand something superhuman and it doesn't work. We've got to let the superpowers and the supernatural and the natural laws around us do their job while we do our job. Our job is to desire. Our job is to serve. Our job is to enjoy life and to lead with love, really. And to learn how to shift. How quickly can we shift from a negative vibration or a negative situation into either neutral or positive? That's the power. That's the power in a person, is how quickly can you shift that, or how quickly can you not react to that situation? How quickly can you turn your trigger into a positive? Someone's triggering you, how quickly can you turn that trigger into an activation that powers you up versus takes you down and sucker punches you, and then our mind starts going. Because the longer we stay in the negative vibration, the longer we're sending out those signals and the more crap that's going to come our way. So we need to stop it. We've got to stop it. So we ask as if we already have it. We ask as if it's already in the present moment. I desire, because desiring's great. People, and we were told really not to desire things. We don't need things. It's not right. So people are like, oh, I don't really need it. There's a lot of, no, it's okay, I don't need it. Or why do you need that? Well, that's the human question and answer. We don't need much, we need basic necessities, truly. But, we desire hair color, we desire nails, we desire things that make us feel good. There's nothing wrong with desiring. We desire to lose weight, we desire to get in shape, we desire a good night's sleep. But when it comes to materialistic things, then people look at us differently or say things that don't line up with the thing that we want. And when we are not feeling it, when we're not feeling good, when we're not feeling lined up, we are going to be anxious, we're going to be worried, we're going to feel less than, we're going to have all these negative feelings. And that only means that your spirit, your internal genie, your internal genius is not being allowed to come out because we're still under the paradigm of society and we're living for society and we're still afraid to upset someone because we were supposed to be quiet and respectful and do the things for other people. And that's not doing justice for your soul. And your soul is like screaming, wants to come out, which means you'll be in the flow, but it is change. It also means change. It means growth. And it means being scared because, not knowing where you're going is scary. This is comfortable for all of us. We know our comfort levels, and our comfort levels are, whether they're good or bad, things that we know, things that we're sure of. And some people would rather stay in that comfort zone, no matter how bad it is, than take the leap and jump into something that the unknown. But if you're being called to jump, I can assure you, you'll be protected. And there's magic on the other side of that jump. And your wings are already there, they just come out. They're already being built. And to call on your higher powers. Protect me. I don't know what to do. Show me, Don't make it so painful for me. I believe that we can control that too. My daughter was really upset a couple weeks ago and was like, why me? She's gone through a couple traumas. We all have gone through traumas, some worse than others. And trauma, in my book, is just an area where you didn't feel safe, a time in your life when you didn't feel safe. And then it locks inside, that feeling locks inside of not being safe, and not feeling protected and feeling alone and feeling vulnerable and feeling it's terrible. And those feelings keep coming up for us. So she's been through a couple of things. And I'm like, and she was like, why me? Why me? I'm so sick of, being through stuff like this. So I had to talk to her because I also believe that the traumas that we go through, the stuff that made us cry in high school, the stuff that made us cry as kids, the stuff that, that hurt us ultimately makes us stronger. And I believe truly it's part of our purpose. So when people don't know what their purpose is, I'd go back and look at some of the traumas that you went through, because without going through a trauma, without going through the negative, you would not be able to talk to somebody else that's going through that or something worse. You can't just read it out of a book. Well, so let's see, this happened to you, so I'm assuming that you would feel kind of sad and upset and, hurt. Is that how you're feeling? No, I went through it and it sucks. And I totally know how you're feeling because I was feeling that way. And people think that they're going through things alone. And it's one of the reasons why I do this is because I never want anyone to be crying alone, thinking that they're afraid to tell someone else about, a struggle that they're going through. Everybody's going through stuff and everybody wants to hide it and they want to have a smile on the outside and not really share their feelings on the inside. And I truly believe that, the more of us that come out saying, some of the struggles that we've gone through and how we've gotten through them, yes, I know how you feel. I told her the same thing. I'm like, you will be there for someone someday because you've gone through this. We don't go through things for nothing. God doesn't say, I don't know, I don't really like that person over there. Why don't you just, X, Y, and Z it. No, there's no emotion like that. God is all loving. And like a loving father just wants to serve. They're all lessons. So if anybody, I don't know why that came out, but so, okay, so the next step, so we asked, and now the next step is believing. Yeah, I can believe I get it. Okay, so it's not going to come unless we believe we can have it. Yeah, I can believe I can have that, or can I? So then we have this push-pull with us, our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, saying, yeah, I want it, I can believe it, and then the subconscious mind kind of pulls you back. Why do you think you should have that? You've never had that before. You don't have any evidence that that's for you. And then our conscious mind is like, oh yeah, you're right. Or if we tell somebody we want that, it would come out of their mouths possibly, which I've heard that. People have said stuff like that to me. Who do you think you are to have that? Why should you have that? Because they want to know where everyone's at to pull them down. They don't want to see people succeeding around them. But this knowledge and success is out there for everybody. It's only those that want to take the step to get it. So everybody is allowed to come, but many won't. Many will not take the step to walk forward. And that's where the courage and the confidence and breaking through to get your superabundance so you can be your super attractor. And that's what we go into the program next week that I'm going to tell you about. It's called Superabundance, to get you on your path that you want and to walk strong, to walk courageous, so you can have peace of mind. You can be successful in the way that you see success. That you will believe that you can have whatever you want. You will learn to have the faith that you can have whatever you want. You will have unwavering faith no matter what situation that you're in. You will be able to handle it. You will never look at fear the same way again after we do some of the techniques that I'm doing this program with you. Never look at fear the same way again. How cool would that be? To just no matter what's coming at you, you'll be able to handle it. And you'll feel it. You'll feel strong, you'll feel powerful. Nobody will be able to take you down. But if we're not there yet and we don't have the confidence, then people around us aren't going to see the confidence in us. They're not going to trust it. If we don't feel sure about ourselves, then other people around us aren't going to be sure about ourselves, and we'll gladly send the energy and the words that way, which only it could keep us down, or you could break through it. But when you power up and you're like, forget this, I'm going, I'm taking the suit off, I'm following my passion, and I'm walking strong, and I'm walking courageously, and I'm going. Anybody who wants to join me, please join me. For those of that you don't, then that's fine too. I wish you well. I'm leading myself, and I may be walking alone, but I know this is the right path for me. And the minute people see the confidence in you, they will have the confidence in you. The minute they see you lead, they will follow. You will have more people following you, and they're just waiting. They're waiting for you to take the first step. So that's believe. And then we've got receive, and then you get to receive. So it seems pretty easy. Who wouldn't want to receive? Who wouldn't want to receive, the gifts and, just like children. They can't wait for Christmas. They can't wait for the birthdays. They can't wait for, Jenna's here. I like all the hearts. Thank you. They can't wait to get their stuff, and they don't even care what's in the boxes. It's just more fun opening them, and throwing the boxes and the wrappings to the side. But a lot of times, it's greedy to receive. It's not polite to receive. We're supposed to say, oh, no, thank you. Someone gives you a compliment. Oh, no, it's okay. It's really old. Then we say stupid things like that, Oh, I need to get my hair cut. I do need to get my hair cut. But, we start putting ourselves down because we're not going to receive a compliment. We're not going to receive a gift. And the giver of the gift is the universe. Our gifts come through people. Our connections come through people. Things we're asking for just doesn't magically drop out of the sky. And the person giving the gift is also, that makes them feel so good too. You know how it is to find the perfect gift for someone and surprise them with it, or you really put thought into this gift, and if they don't accept your gift, you'd feel terrible, right? You'd probably be embarrassed, and you would not want to give another gift to that person again because you don't want to go through that experience again. I touch the hot stove sometimes twice, but really rarely 3 times. Never once, but I'll touch it again, So we never want to experience those things again. So receiving someone's gift is so powerful because you are in turn giving them a gift, just like they're giving you a gift. But if we're not receiving the gifts, then we're blocking our desires from coming in because we are not allowing the universe to deliver the gift to us. So we ask, and we don't believe we can have it, and we don't really want to receive it, and then people wonder why manifesting the magic way is not working. They're sabotaging it. And I believe that it can be easy or hard. And we also grew up with the paradigm of you have to work hard for your money. People get a 9-to-5 job so you can have insurance and benefits, and make sure you go to school so you can get a good job, just to make sure everyone's safe. Everyone had the answers, all the answers, until, I can't even say it, whatever happened a couple months ago here, that just threw everybody, took the globe and shook it upside down. Nobody was safe. But you're safe if you know your power. You're safe if you know your tools. Nothing else can affect you, no matter what. No matter what. You can't get into the fear. I was watching the news last night and I'm like, are you kidding me that they're saying this stuff? I shut it off. I had to shut it off. I'm like, no wonder why people are just, in such fear. We don't have to be like that. We're walking with faith. We've got God and the universe on our side. Nothing can break that bond. And that's why you listen to your little intuitive hits, and believe me, I don't listen sometimes either. And I'm just like, I would never tell myself to go live on my personal page. I'm sorry. I don't know who's talking to me, but I wouldn't say that to me. This was a few months ago, 6 months ago, I guess. I was doing a training in the manifesting group, and day 4, go live on your personal page as I'm doing my makeup. And I'm like, no, I got this under control, everyone. I'm in charge. And didn't do it. Day 5, same thing with the whisper. Sounded like my voice, but there's no way I would have told myself to do that. I'm like, I don't know who's in here with me, but we're on day 5. We're done with the training after day 5. And I go in and get set up, 5 minutes to get on. And I had this big coffee, whatever, like cappuccino or whatever. And I don't know what happened, but my light fell over, hit my arm. The drink went everywhere, all over my computer, my couch, everywhere. And I just feel like, and then I went on with no notes. It was brilliant. Like, it was, because I thought I needed all these notes, and I'm like, well, here's authentic me. I'm soaked in coffee and whatever. So I just had to do it. I had to just make fun of it. And all of a sudden I see people hopping on, and I'm like, that's someone from high school. They're not in the manifesting group. Where was I? On my personal page. Yep. And I can see, like, I have these visuals of like God, the universe, the CEO and all of his little managers and stuff. Boss, we kept telling her. And finally he's just like, trip her. If she's not going to listen, trip her and get her on her, like tell her we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Easy would be much more fun, but the hard way gives me stories to tell. So, and I love stories. This is part 2, day 2. I think I'm live here. I don't normally do it on my computer. I like it on my phone. But what were we just talking about? As soon as I said tripper, so maybe I'm supposed to be doing this on my personal page. I don't know. But this is for you guys. Anyways, where were we? Ask, receive, believe, and owning your confidence and owning your power. So if anybody's here, sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. But anyways, I want to get into the program that I'm launching next week. It starts Wednesday. It is called Super Abundance. It is how to get what you want. How to get what you want in 21 days using powerful and simple techniques, because I need things simple. I need things easy, and I want quick things to happen for me. I want to see the evidence. Otherwise I get bored. I don't think that it works either. So this is a program so you are able to live your life having more fun. You are able to work less and make more, and have more freedom, and walk with confidence, and walk with courage. And you know what? Walk with faith, learning how to shift that, situation from fear to faith. It's so powerful, and we need that, because anytime in life we go back down to fear, we fall into fear. So this program, there are 3 big sections to it. Something is going to drop every single day. It's 21 days straight. And because manifesting is it's a lifestyle with these skill sets, and people are having a hard time being consistent with it. And if you're not consistent with it, like anything, it's going to drop off, and you're going to be going from magician. Hi, Karen. I know, going from magician to saboteur, and sabotaging everything. And if we don't stay on top of our mind and not aware, if we don't stay on top of our awareness and our mind and our words and our thoughts and our feelings, if we don't stay on top of that, we get to a place where then we're manic manifesting, because we go down, and we go down fast. We get to a place where then we're praying on our knees, like begging God, begging the universe, begging someone to help us. And we can't get to the end and only pray when we need it. We can't get to the end and only ask, okay, I really don't need that. I just need a little bit now. I don't really desire that anymore. I just need enough. We're better than just enough. And staying on top of it and praying every day, and I don't call anything one thing or another, God, universe, like I use it all, because it's all the same thing to me. Praying every day, being grateful every day, loving life every single day, helping others every single day. Gosh, you know what? That will launch your vibration in your frequency faster than, faster than a double latte, like it's just, and it's so fun. It's so fun, and life is just waiting for you to expand and to have fun with it. When we live under society's paradigm, we age, we get wrinkles, our hair grows gray, we gain weight, we lose confidence, we're not happy, we worry because everybody thinks that they know what's best. And the only one that knows what's best is us, what's inside. Very easy. How is this making me feel right now? What do I know for sure? How do I feel? So does it matter if I don't, do this for that other person right now? I'm going to give myself some time. My, self-love is important. However, you do that. It's different for everybody, just like success is different for everybody. But if we don't break away from other people's paradigms, we will live a life of misery. And that's why most people in life walk around with these older people too. They're angry, they don't stop at stop signs, they don't stop for people, they're yelling, they're just so mad. They're so bitter because they've never figured out what was wrong with them. They've never cleared their emotional issues from childhood. They wanted more in life and they never got it. Ooh, sorry. They wanted more in life and they never got it. And now they're pissed off and now they're bitter and then they die. And that sounds like a terrible way to live for me because I've already seen too much magic in my life and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see where it's going because I feel it just like expanding. Like things are just happening, very quickly. And I love that on quantum speed, which I love. So Super Abundance is a 21-day program starting next Wednesday. It's on special rate for $444. Like I said, every day something will drop to keep you in the vibe. It's going to be simple but powerful techniques. We're going to go and do some really fun mind movie techniques that I will share with you. I've not shared any of this information in any program before, so this is all brand new stuff. Because everything starts in the mind. We've got to visualize correctly, and it's going to be fun and it's going to be easy. 60-second activations, and we're going to go through these really cool mind techniques, which I call mind movies. So that's going to be really cool. This is about retraining our brain and reprogramming the old habits. Because right now our brain is thinking about 95% of junk on autopilot, and 5% is driving and cooking and being present with somebody. So we need to take not 5, we need to take 6%, 7%, 8%, tiny little bit, and start transitioning it over to the 98% that of the subconscious that is not serving us very well. It's like a beach. I was talking to someone yesterday. We can barely see a grain of sand, but look at the beautiful beach. So we don't have to create the whole beach at one time. But what we do have to do is do one little grain of sand a day, one little bit, one little tiny step will have huge effects. One little tiny step will give you a beautiful beach, a beautiful life. And if we can have it, then why not? So also we're going to be raising the bar with our belief systems because the beliefs are what block our manifesting. And there's no reason to think about the old beliefs anymore because they're not true and they're not real. And even if you tell yourself the same thing, even if it's a little white lie, you'll begin to believe it. If you tell yourself a little white lie every single day, people believe their lies. And that's how the affirmations are too. So sometimes the affirmations don't work if you're not believing it, if you're just saying it, whether it's whatever, I have a brand new car, or, I'm this type of coach, or, whatever it is, and you're not there yet, your brain is negating it. So there are ways to create affirmations, which I'm going to personalize affirmations for every single person in the group. So you can say the affirmations dealing with what you're dealing with, that you will believe, that your subconscious will be able to understand. It will land with your subconscious, and you can start putting those to work for you. And there's also one secret affirmation that works for everybody if you believe. That works across the board. That does not have to be personalized. So I'm going to share that with you too. This is time to tap into our genius and tap into the gold of our spirit that wants to come out. And that's what this program is for. We are in the middle of November, and 2021 is right around the corner. I want everybody to just have so much great information that you finish this year out like nothing else and start fresh and just have a wonderful, starting in January, wonderful business or relationship or, just more fun in your life by using these simple and powerful techniques because they are so powerful. Um, so anyways, that's super abundance. I'm going to drop the link as soon as I can. I wonder if I could do it in here. No, I can't. Okay. I'll drop the link to that. I do have a VIP upgrade option, and if anybody's interested in that, I can talk to you separately about that. But it's $444. It's only for 24 hours, and then I'm raising the price before I get the information out to the rest of Facebook and Instagram and my email list. I also have a payment plan if anybody's interested in that. So let me know. I will pin the link, and if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Sorry about the first video dropping off, but everybody have an amazing day and let me know, fun things that are happening. Let me know some supernatural things that are going on in your life. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.